This warm outside. Okay. So if next week is warm, we can go down there. Divide the lake. Alright, so let us start. And today, this is the last part of Mahayana Buddhism. First one, the ideal Bodhisattva. It's up here. Who can define what's meant by Bodhisattva?
It's someone who's dedicated to going to escaping samsara and obtaining their own enlightenment, but also helping others to do the same.
That's right. That's a good definition. Is that practical? So I do this.
I don't know if it's practical, but it's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's harder to help other people. I mean, it's hard enough to keep yourself on the path. It's harder to teach others, but if you're being compassionate enough to care about other people, it's better. It's wiser.
If you learn the computer, right? You can help your friends to fix computer, right? Remember, for you, that's the art of Bodhisattva. You share, right? You share the knowledge and experience or skill with other people. It's so practical. So, of course, that's in the secular life, but in the first life again. Like when you do meditation, you can share with other people your skill and knowledge too. And last time we talked about 10 bhumis. You remember 10 rounds of Bodhisattva, and there's many levels of Bodhisattva. So again, Bodhi this mean enlightened. Sattva mean beings. That's what called enlightened beings. That's is from Sanskrit. And that's why and at home, right? Who is our Bodhisattva? The mom, right?
Mom.
Yeah. Right? The one who sacrificed her life so that life grows. Why not for our dad? For the father as well, but what do you think? Sometimes, or most of the time, or the 10 tons you met, right? And of course, most parents, especially most fathers, love children, but somehow they don't show their affection, right? Like the mothers. Anyway, so at home, at work, and at school, whoever promotes, whoever support you, whoever give you advice, whichever ways, they are your Bodhisattva. That's the beginnings. And there's no way. Akhom Buddhist will remember. I will give you this choice. Later I will review again too. Here's the judge. You see this? So, Bodhisattva, in the Theravada tradition, remember we talked last time, today we talked briefly too. Maitreya Bodhisattva is the only Bodhisattva in the Theravada traditions. But in Mahayana tradition, we have all kinds of Bodhisattva. It's common sense, right? In the spiritual tradition, in spiritual practice, so many types of enlightenment that we have us. Like you go to school, all kind of teacher, professors can help you to pursue your degree. And that's leads us to the next one. What we call the Bodhisattva moral guideline. There is some moral guidelines of the one who want to practice Bodhisattva paths. And there's one particular sutra that say that okay, here, Bodhisattva precept. So somehow that's a guideline, and this is 10 major ones and 48 minor ones. And the major one, this is some common sense, like not to kill, not to steal, not to conduct misconduct, and so forth. It's common sense. Plus is some minor one. For example, let's say if one of our family members is sick, right, and that person needs us to visit her or him. So if we have time, energy, and so forth, and if we refuse, that go against Bodhisattva precept. Make sense? So this kind of Bodhisattva precept encourages us to step out of our shell to help others. Is that clear? So when we give the comfort, when we help other people in other ways, that's act of Bodhisattva. But sometimes, our selfishness pulls us back, right? Oh, I'm so busy, right? I have a lot of things to do and so forth. So all kind of reasons that we don't, even we want to have, but somehow that selfishness pulls back. But this Bodhisattva precept encourages us to step out our shell to give help. Make sense? So that trains us eventually to become a part of our nature to help other people. Sometimes some people they have the nature of helping others, but sometimes other people who don't have that type of nature, that type of willingness. Is that right? Right. So this precept, this guideline encourages us to help out, to do things that beneficial for others. Sometimes a lot of time we think about a lot of things. Oh, I want to have this for people, that for people, and so forth. But we just think it. That's all. Until we step out and actually help them actually. So that's the act of Bodhisattva, and this guideline here, right? Okay. So. Of course, in all the religions, right, in the church, the pastors and the priests encourage the priests and the Catholics go out to help too, right? Do you have any guideline to help people in the Christian religion?
It's like missionaries.
Missionary. I mean that. Let's say in Bible, do they have any guideline? Let's say.
Are you talking like the 10 Commandments?
It's not 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments, but
the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes.
Attitude.
Yeah, the Beatitudes. It's like it teaches you how to treat another person.
I understand. So that's the later on, right? So the pastors and the priests provide the guidelines, provide the instruction, and so forth, right? But I'm talking about the early guidelines. That's in especially like in Buddhist tradition. This is the actual guideline that people need to rely upon, not because of people providing that kind of guideline. You understand that? Right? So I don't know whether you understand that.
What?
Besides 10 Commandments, because I know that some churches encourage people to go out to bring people in. The more you bring people in, the more blessing that you have as well. Is that right? So, but that's not the guideline. That's an encouragement. Is that right? But here, it's the actual guideline. Make sense?
So you're speaking like a person reaching his own enlightenment, to make it their own.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Anyone can practice Bodhisattva path, Bodhisattva conduct. Like I told you, if you know to fix computer by yourself, you can help your friends, right? If you know how to fix the car, right, your own car, If your car's friends was broken, you can step out and help. That's Bodhisattva. So actually you don't need to achieve to the enlightenment state of mind yet. But while you're still in the secular life, while you still are a common people, you still help people, other people, with your own skill, with your knowledge. It makes sense?
Okay, this is called Sabha?
Bodhisattva. This one is called Bodhisattva. Peace.
Okay, right here. Yeah, here, okay.
Yeah, that's the Bodhisattva. It's a moral guidelines. How to conduct ourselves in a fruitful way, in a beneficial way for ourselves and others. It makes sense? Like last time, right? Even you are graduate students, but you in the class, you share together with your friends here. Okay. Anyway, so here and here, let me give you one more example here. Not to be stingy, or encourage others to do so. You see that? Just remind us not to harbor anger or encourage others to be angry. Is it easy? Not easy. So at first we need to develop that kind of lofty mentality. Yes.
So what do you do to practice to avoid that? What's the antidote for that?
I don't know. This is kind of like the practice meditation, and then of course the prayer, the chanting, and so forth. There's all kind of practices. Yeah, to deal with anger, to deal with anxieties, to deal with stinginess, and so forth. Right, and that just told you that this one of these Bodhisattva moral guidelines encourage to go out to help, so that we step out with ourselves, not to be stingy, not to be selfish.
So that means practice makes perfect.
Yeah, you can say that. Like you go to school, the more you write, right, the more you better, the better you are, right? But nowadays we use laptop a lot, right? And somehow when we hold the pencil or pen, somehow we don't have that much skill like before, right? So the more we do, the more skillful we are, right? So the more we do, the easy for us to do. Not to praise oneself and speak ill of others. You see, that's one of the major one. Don't praise yourself and put down other people. That's a moral guideline, right?
I think the Ten Commandments are pretty close to some
I
of this
know.
because they have, thou shalt not kill. And
But of course, that's in general. But
Yeah.
this one is more specific.
specific
How-
for the Bodhisattva.
How you deal with your anger, right? How you deal with your anger, how you deal with your stinginess. Make sense? Right?
So the more specific stuff is below.
And yeah, that's the minor one. Not to trade or sell alcohol. Not to basically don't open liquor store. Make sense? We talk about that, right? Right? Yeah.
So the
Bodhisattva.
that is more like a document of how to live.
Yeah, that's all. That's just moral guideline. How to live and how to help other people. Not to harm them. They don't sell drugs, don't sell alcohol, don't sell gun, weapon, or poison, and so forth. It's common sense, right? But this is more specific guideline here. Make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm wondering if I could change my topic to Bodhisattva instead of the 5 precepts.
That is next step. The 5 precepts, the general, right? No killing, right? No stealing, no misconduct, no lying, no. That's a 4 universal one, right? In all tradition, I said, right? The last one probably different, right? I told you, no taking intoxicant, drinking alcohol. But here, that's your topic. We wait for you. It's your topic here. Here, you see, no trade or sell alcohol. Because when you trade, when you sell alcohol, when you sell drugs and so forth, you harm other people. When you drink alcohol, probably you harm yourself, that's all. But when you open the liquor store, when you open the gun store, many people come and buy. It makes sense? So this type of moral guidelines help us to prevent from harming others and to encourage to help others.
Okay.
That's my philosophy. You did that as well?
Yes, but I didn't really go that way.
Oh, okay.
It was a lot about what I talked about on Monday.
Okay.
Just moving from imperfection
Oh, sure.
to wisdom.
So this is a guideline here.
Okay.
Yeah. You come again. You see, basically, this kind of guideline again prevent us to harm others and help us to help other people. That's it. That's the role.
Oh, I did talk about meditation and how it helps to remove false perceptions and ignorance.
Yeah.
In the birth and death cycle.
Yeah, not only doing meditation, but even like I just told you, if you know how to fix a car, if your friend's car is broken down and they give you a call, and if you refuse, you go against ʻbudɪzəm precept. But when you step out, that's the way you can create the merit by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to be Buddha before you help your friends,
Okay.
right? We are common people, right? So
Mhm.
the more we have, the more merit we get. That's the point.
A form of compassion.
Yeah, we talk about compassion. So this, and actually in our Buddhist tradition, there's some people who make the vow to take this kind of ʻbudɪzəm precept beside the 5 basic precepts. Right. So this is more specific than in general. Okay, so there's a lot. Yeah. Okay, and this is yes.
And then do they also take on 10 other precepts where the 6 paramitas and then there was 4 others that I read about, like skilled means, knowledge, power?
Oh, that's different. No, that's the practice. That's different
practice?
from the moral guideline. That's
Okay.
different. That's more theories, and this is more in the guideline.
Okay, sorry.
The way how to act. Like I told you that some of us it's easy for us to step out to help other people, right? But some we have a lot of hesitation. Like what happened when you see, let's say, some car stand in front of your eyes? Would you step out? If you see some kind of car accident,
Oh, okay.
would you step out to help them? I forgot the video clips. I didn't check, put it up here. I don't know whether you watch these video clips. There's one car that hit a motorcycle man, and he was underneath of the car, and he was burning. The car was burning, and many people rushed to that car and lit the car. One person that cannot but remember when the car is burning. It's easy to be explored, right? It endangers people's life, but they have the courage to step out to help that guy, the one who lied down underneath of the car. You have that courage yet? You understand that?
Yeah.
So when we are that kind of woman, we see how much courage we have to sacrifice ourselves for others. A lot of people, they care much about ourselves. Well, of course, many people, they willing to help people in need. So that's ʻbudɪzəm conduct. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I combine the 2 of them, like Bodhisattva and the 5 precepts?
Basically, that the 5 precepts is the basic precept for the Buddhists. Even monks not based on that precept, but this elaboration and in more detailed guidelines. Understand that? Like, okay, now elementary school students, they go to school to study math, plus, minus, multiplication, and so forth, right? When they get to upper level of middle school, high school, and so on, they know algebra, trigonometry. You understand? That so depends upon the levels of where you are. You can do the practice too. But basically, the 5 precepts to protect yourself, not to harm others. But the Bodhisattva precept, not only protect yourself or prevent yourself to harm others, but also helping others. Make sense? Like when we're still young, we stay with our parents, and we do told by our parents, don't do this, don't do that, and so forth, right? Because we're still young, we don't know what we're doing. But when we mature enough, we know that's common sense, that's golden rules, right? And we may step out to help other people too. Make sense? That's what Buddhism is for. That's for maturity people. Therefore, I enlighten people. Does that make sense? Okay. So you have to be mature. You have to understand deeply about. Let's say they told you this. It's not easy, right? For example, here, not to harbor or not to praise oneself and speak ill of others. It's easy. Not easy. Is that right? Usually we praise ourselves. Oh, I'm a great person. I could do this and do that. I'm better than you and so forth. And you can imagine me and so forth. You see that?
So you're speaking of a person that's humble.
Yeah, this one here. Makes sense? And not to be stingy. Makes sense? To help other people, not to harbor anger. When you harbor anger, this go against Bodhisattva precept. This is the major one. Not to, and another one related to Buddhism too. Not to use voice, word, and speech. So that's the basic one.
How many rules are there?
10.
10?
10 major and 48 minors.
48 minors.
And some belong to the precept of the monks and them too.
So you learn these first, and then you kind of concentrate when you get older, you look at the 5 precepts.
No.
Precepts.
The 5 precepts.
5 precepts first.
First.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's the
Five
first
precepts.
5 or the 5 precepts.
Okay.
No, not 45. Basically like that one. 5 precepts, that's the foundation. And when you get older, when you understand Buddhism more, when you understand that you need to step out to help other people, this is the Bodhisattva.
Okay.
Make sense now?
Yeah.
Right? It's hard not to be hard for anger. It's not easy, right? When someone step on your foot, not easy. Is that right?
Well, it's
Okay.
easy. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so let us move on. The next one is liberation. What do you have liberation?
I'm not sure if it's right. I
Okay,
couldn't find out
try
resources.
your best.
It's where the various Bodhisattvas, they live in different realms, and when someone passes, they enter these realms where they are taught how to reach Buddhahood. So when they return, that they have all these lessons that they've learned, that they're able to reach Buddhahood in their new life.
Okay, that's good here. Again, heaven, a human, animal, hell, ghost. Okay, this is what we call dream of rebirth, right? Right. So the purpose of the Buddha teaching is to help us to get out of this, to be free from what we call samsara, right? And that is the basic goal for the other practitioner. Remember I told you? But for the Mahayana traditions, Mahayana Bodhisattva, not only to get out, but you need to go back and get people out. Make sense? In the Lotus Sutra, let me see. Let me tell you this story. Remember the happy monk I told you? Can you see? Find the God.
Okay.
Remember I told you the story of the fat monk, remember? In China? You don't remember? The Maitreya, the manifestation, the happy monk, happy Buddha. Remember the stories stuff from China? So he used to carry the bags, right? Whichever food, whichever thing people get to him, he put all inside the bags, right? And whenever he see the children, he get to them. He's like Santa Claus in Buddhism. And one day, when the monk approached him and said, "What's the meaning of Buddhism?" Or in the other way, what is the meaning of Buddha teaching? He didn't say anything. He dropped the bag. He dropped the bag down. And the monk asked further, is that so? And he picked up the bag and walked away. You understand that? No. You understand that? What's it?
That you have to let go of your attachments, but also give generously.
And why? Why did he pick up and go?
To help help other people.
That's the point. Thank you. Wow, good. It's not easy, right? You understand that? You got the points? At first, you need to put down your attachment. Or you put down your anger. You help yourself. Make sense? So when you're free of emotion, when you're free of anger, attachment, and so on, you need to step out to help other people. That's what I did from the art. When they're done with their mind, remember Nirvana, remember I told you? They stay of mind, there's no more anger, no more attachment, no more craving. That's all for them. That's all they want to do. But Bodhisattva, they step back and help people. Yes?
That's one thing I did want to share from my reading responses today.
Yeah.
That it was so interesting that Bodhisattvas, they get enlightened and they have the choice to not be reborn again, but they choose to be reborn so they can come back and help other people become enlightened.
That's the point. That's the story from the happy Buddha about. Drop down first, and when you're free, you can help others. Not drop down and run away. That's a different story. Make sense? So again, that's mean liberation, right? Liberation. That's what's mean liberation. Be free. Is that right? In Buddhism, not be free from the prison, but be free from mental afflictions. Make sense? So when we're free with that kind of mental affliction, like stress, anxiety, depression, and so forth, it's easy for us to help other people. Let's say if you have kind heart, right? You're a kind person. It's easy for people to approach you and ask for help, right? What happened if you are so mean? Do they dare to step up and ask for help? No way. You see that? Right? No matter who you are, whether you are a doctor, professors, and so forth. I remember that a few years ago, I think probably more than 10 years ago, when I was in California, I took my mom to visit the doctor. That doctor was so cold, and my mom didn't like him. Oh, it's so cold in the mean that I don't know how it's spread. That he didn't. I saw his face and how he treated the patient. It's so cold. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. A lot.
A
Because
lot.
I see so many people, I guess.
And you work in the hospital, RE?
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah,
No,
ER, sorry. Yeah?
Yeah, they have to stay detached.
Yeah. And yeah, recently I have a general checkup at Norton. I've got in somewhere in Clarksville. And that lady, she's the nurse practitioner. She said that she needs to learn other people, culture and religion, so that she could understand other people better. That's better. That's better for her to give a treatment, to understand other people needs, right? Or some kind of problem. She's more approachable. So people like other, the one that have more kind heart, right? Or the one who more approachable. So does Bodhisattva. You understand that? It makes sense now? So again, the liberation doesn't mean that the ultimate goal is to liberate from this cycle, but also in order to get out of this, you have to liberate or have to be free from stress, anxiety, depression, and so forth. So when you're stress-free, you can be psychologist. Otherwise, they will burn you down. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
And even, if you have, how many of you have children here? One of you and the other. When you got married, when you had children, at that time, were you ready to be a mother?
So I thought I was.
Okay.
But I don't think I was as ready as I could have been.
Okay, so you have more experience. And how about you? You're too young. You ready to handle the little children? Be careful, right? Sometimes if you don't have that kind of experience, you don't have that kind of kindness yet, right? It's not easy to handle little children, right? So you have to be prepared. Anyway, so that is what the liberation is for: to liberate ourselves from anxiety, stress, depression and so forth. And eventually you get out here. Mentally too. Okay? Yeah, let's move on. Okay, compassion. Wow, this is very important. Taylor? Is that here? Yes, please. How are you today? Yeah. Miss. Oh, yeah, please, go ahead. What you have compassion, what's it mean?
I've got compassion is a form of empathy, and we sense others' feelings as our own and wish them freedom from it.
Yeah.
A compassionate mind is more closely attuned to our actual condition. From a Buddhist perspective, compassion with wisdom is the foundation of emotional healing.
Yeah.
Compassion is also characterized as a mental capacity that, when cultivated and strengthened, empowers all positive states of minds as we awaken to our fullest human potential. And then
This one outside. Okay. So if next week is one, we can go down there. Divide the lake. Alright, so let us start. And today, this is the last part of Mahayana Buddhism. First number one, the ideal Bodhisattva. It's not here. Who can define what's the Bodhisattva?
Enough to care about other people, it's better. It's wiser.
If you learn the computer, right, you can have your friends to this computer, right? Remember, I told you that's the art of Bodhisattva. You share, right? You share the knowledge and experience or skill with other people. It's so practical. So of course, that's in the secular life, but in the first life again. Like when you do meditation, you can share with other people your skill and knowledge too. And last time and at home, right? Who is our Bodhisattva? Your mom, right?
Mom.
Yeah. Right? The one who sacrificed her life so that life goes. Why not for our dad? For the father to our birth? What do you think? Sometimes, or most of the time, or depends on this demand, right? And of course, most parents talk about 10 Burmese, you remember 10 rounds of Bodhisattva, and there's many levels of Bodhisattva. So again, Bodhi has mean enlightened. Sattva has mean beings. That's what called enlightened beings. That's a from Sanskrit. And that's why
It's someone who's dedicated to going to escaping samsara and obtaining their own enlightenment, but also helping others to do the same.
that's right. That's a good definition. Is that practical? So I do this.
I don't know if it's practical, but it's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's harder to help other people. I mean, it's hard enough to keep yourself on the path. It's harder to teach others, but if you're being compassionate enough